On kick-off at Anfield, where take on Genk in the Champions League. Jurgen Klopp's side, it's 6 changes to the team that beat Aston Villa at the weekend, with Gomez, Fabinho, Milner, Keita, Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in for Lovren, Henderson, Lallana, Fabinho, Mane and Robertson. Felice Mazu, the Genk coach, makes wholesale changes to the team that lost 2-0 away at Espen at the weekend. His preferred strike force, Junior Ito and Ali Mbwana Semata, has been drafted in. We're closing in on kick-off at Anfield, where Liverpool take on Genk in the Champions League. Jurgen Klopp's side, it's 6 changes to the team that beat Aston Villa at the weekend, with Gomez, Fabinho, Milner, Keita, Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in for Lovren, Henderson, Lallana, Fabinho, Mane and Robertson. Felice Mazu, the Genk coach, makes wholesale changes to the team that lost 2-0 away at Espen at the weekend. His preferred strike force, Junior Ito and Ali Mbwana Semata, has been drafted in. We're closing in on kick-off at Anfield, where Liverpool take on Genk in the Champions League. Jurgen Klopp's side, it's 6 changes to the team that beat Aston Villa at the weekend, with Gomez, Fabinho, Milner, Keita, Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in for... Well, it's a very warm welcome to our coverage for what should be a pretty interesting game. So, Liverpool taking on Genk, and I guess we'd all be thinking, oh well, Liverpool find a way. They did it the weekend somehow or another. Maybe they got the title earmarked this season, and that might be taking the most of their gaze at the minute. But they've got another title that they're defending, and they're in a fairly easy group. I'm John Hogan, joined by Steve Pearson, and so I don't expect the bandwagon to be stopped anytime soon.
No, you can't see it, can you, in that sense? I suppose for Genk's point of view, it's a shot to nothing, isn't it? Nothing to lose today. Go out, enjoy the game as much as you can, do what you can. Whether they sit in, they are sitting quite deep, it appears, in the first stages of the game, as you'd probably expect them to be, with outlet players well inside their own half to begin with. I've just seen an option there. Ball forward up towards Ito, but he's immediately crowded out of it by 3 Liverpool players. But Genk on the attack, and 1 or 2 players coming forward with them, but they're hardly throwing individuals downfield this stage, not surprisingly. From Liverpool's point of view, well, it's a challenge for 1 or 2 to come in, isn't it, and see what they can show the manager Jurgen Klopp in terms of future games as well. So a little bit for both in this one, but I don't see anything other than a home win, particularly after the result in Belgium, of course, last time out.
Yeah, a little scamper there by Oxlade-Chamberlain, but now the flag has gone up as Junior Ito tries to make the little break. Had gone just a tad, a soup's on too soon. Did bend his run sufficiently, did he, or did he?
I say it wasn't far away, actually, looking at the defensive line. Gomez a little behind Van Dijk. Van Dijk had played it right, he'd pulled up. The other player, as you say, Ito, had gone away offside, but Gomez not quite on the same wavelength as him, and it was a tight one. I think it's difficult to know because the angle wasn't right, so we'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I'm not going to benefit of the doubt to him. His flag goes up there, should have left it down and let him go on, play on. Anyway.
Oh, you're a harsh man, sir. You're a harsh man.
Give me a chance, I say. Let the lads play. Anyway, it's goalless, and Genk trying to make some ground with Horosovsky down the left-hand side. Alexander Arnold checks his progress, and so it's a throw. Earlier did Barcelona, who were lacklustre to say the least against Slavia Prague, and that will have destroyed everybody's ACCA coupon for the midweek games anyway. Oh, chuck them in 2-7. That'll just roll up nicely.
Roll me a nice easy one in, isn't it, from that point of view? And this one fits into the same category, but the danger is it drifts the same way, doesn't it, in that sense? Because, as you said, Genk will sit in. They've nothing to lose in this game. They'll work hard. They'll make it difficult for Liverpool, one would expect, in that sense. And it's whether Liverpool with a changed side are just in sync enough to be able to get that victory. I think they will be, but as you say, the danger is if you're looking for a simple home win on an ACCA or otherwise, then today, if you've not lost it with Barcelona, you don't want to lose it here either.
No, I think there'll be a comfortable 2-3-0 victory tonight. Can't really see it any other way. 6 changes from the weekend, so they're fresh, aren't they? Milner playing at left back again. Seen enough of Keita this season to think that just signs of a recovery from him. Good header back from Salah to find Alexander-Arnold, but not on the same wavelength as the Egyptian there. So about 4 or 5 vaguely uninteresting minutes have passed. It's Felice Mazu, who saw his team lose at the weekend away from home 2-0. Has been able to make a lot of changes, and I think basically it was with this in mind. Don't want to be humbled, and I think might have thrown away the game at the weekend to some degree. But Liverpool are a good team at the minute. We know that. The European champions have been good to watch for a while, and then you began to wonder whether Jurgen Klopp was going to win any titles whatsoever, and all of a sudden he's made the big one stick as Milner does ever so well to bring a ball under control, lays it back for Keita, drops the shoulder, thinks about a shot, and that shot is deflected away. Wasn't too bad, that.
You've got to look at this Genk side as well as saying, okay, you know, they know the top 2 is out of the equation for them, but the Europa League isn't from their point of view, which, you know, it's how much do they want to push in terms of that, and certainly in terms of what additional, you know, money, funding, profile it can bring in for a club like Genk, who are not one of the top sides in Europe, you know, at the moment, not even one of the top sides in the Belgian league, as you say, fitting in, I think, about 8th at the moment. So, you know, there is a question mark for them of, well, get something out of tonight. All of a sudden, the gap to Salzburg looks a little bit better in 3rd, and there's something to aim for over the last couple of games.
Cross into the box there, but it's an easy pick-up for Gaetan Kuka, who does fairly well, and no great pressure. Elsewhere, by the way, Chelsea won, Ajax won, and I think you would argue that's a slightly better game.
2 goals inside the first 5 minutes. Jorginho with the goal for Chelsea, and certainly a lively start from them that we haven't seen here. It's been dominant from Liverpool in terms of possession, but look out of sync at the moment. You know, again, the big changes have been made up front, haven't they? So you've still got Salah and Origi in there. It's not, you know, you're not losing too much in terms of quality in that sense, but just not quite on the same wavelength across the field. The gaps that you normally see, the runs that you normally see into the area, not quite there. But you know, we're 6 minutes into the game. There's no panic from Liverpool here, no rush on it. You know, as long as 1-0, 2-0, do the job, get the points on the board, move on from here, and see where we go from here in the rest of the group, isn't it? So you would expect second half really to see more from the Liverpool side.
Yeah, I see what I like about Liverpool this season. Obviously, they're doing well in the league. Then they go into Champions League, and it's not that difficult a group. And then they go into Carabao Cup, you know, and then they play a lot of the youngsters, and the youngsters seem to be great. Curtis Jones, who, whenever I watch that kid, he's 2-footed, bags of time on the ball. I just think, oh, he's going to be great, you know. So, but essentially, it's almost like they've got 3 teams. You know, anyway, Alexander-Arnold trying to make some ground down the right-hand side. He seems to have played that off Kasper de Norik, and when his team a corner kick, which he takes quickly. Shot comes in, very comfortably dealt with by Lukumi. Ball breaks the edge of the area, and eventually they should be able to play it out with Horosovsky. Ball turned around the corner from Sander Berge to try and find his forward run, but ball breaks back to Alisson Becker. Good to see Alisson back in goals for Liverpool as well. You know, he was missed when he was out. I think Adrian did well in his stead, but you know, they played differently with him because he's able to sweep so well and clear his lines. Anyway, Oxlade-Chamberlain just trying to get a little run around on the Varna. Does a good job, and he's a funny player, isn't he, Oxlade-Chamberlain? All of a sudden he started playing well again from nowhere. You think, well, where were you?
Yeah, it seems to be coming to fits and starts with Oxlade-Chamberlain. It always had. Part of that's been injuries, part of that's been systems that he's played in. And you look at him over 4 or 5 games and you think, yeah, he's back in sync now, he's back on song, isn't he? and then he drifts away for 4 or 5 games and gets dropped, and things change again for him as the corner kick comes in. Van Dijk tries to lift it in towards the goal, lifts it in far too high in the end, and it drifts over and behind fairly comfortably. But you just kind of think, oh, give him a run of games, but then you give him a run of games and he doesn't quite follow it on then and become that mainstay of the midfield, doesn't he? He was same when he was at Arsenal, as I say, part of it punctuated by injuries as well, which didn't help his cause. So, you talked about that in terms of the different squads that Liverpool had. You kind of see him as fringe of first squad, certainly part of second squad, don't you? But nothing more at the moment in that sense. But on his day, fabulous midfielder who you want to have in there, who will bring life to a midfield, bring energy, potentially bring goals as well, and some quality. So if you can find him on the right day in the right mood, he's part of that first team midfield.
Let's just take a quick look at the bench for Liverpool tonight, while keeping the ball nicely in their midfield. But they've got Adrian, obviously goalkeeper, then Lovren, Firmino, Mane, Lallana,